20 effective, going to the flop. Just shy of 3 million out there. Queen 8 deuce. Couple of clubs, Heath with the 7 of clubs in hand.
Relatively disconnected board. It's a board that Heath definitely has a range advantage. His particular hand is one of the hands that likes checking almost the most in his range. Still going to bet it looks like.
Continues for 25%. A bunch of gut shots out there. Some 1 club hands. King 10, king of clubs or something that they come along for the ride.
Those are all reasonable. Some of them might even find check raise, I think, Henry. It's hard to say. I mean, Lococo is the covering stack. Pretty good card for Ben. It does make the 8 a counterfeit, but that said, you know, queens were already beating him, so it doesn't really change the board in a meaningful way, other than bring in the backdoor backdoor spade draw. And we don't know how good of a card it is for Lococo. He's going to lead this, which is, I'm not sure if this is a thing, really, since, I mean, normally in these spots, you find the big blind leading maybe a deuce, because Ben really can't even have a deuce, or an 8, since Lococo definitely has more deuce or 8x as the big blind defense. But I'm not sure that he has more queen x. But Lococo doesn't care. He's leading anyway.
Leading for half pot.
And not a great spot as Ben, but he feels like it's enough to call once. Not a spot you really want to see a further river bet. Oh, wow, it's a club. But Ben has a club, so he's blocking some club flushes.
It was such a sizable turn barrel as well. Like half pot. Struggling to think of natural bluffs here. Maybe like a 9-10 with like a 10 with a club and a spade. I don't know. I'm stretching.
Yeah, I mean, any of the inside gutters, any backdoor spades that played this way, I mean, they're the very natural bluffs that have equity. Even some of the hands you said, like what about King 10 with the king of clubs? Club and spade. And then that hand you definitely must bluff at this point. I'm just saying there's you can think of some bluffs for sure.
What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Bluff or value?
You know what? If you're a real sicko, you could even do like ace deuce with the ace of clubs. Like a deuce isn't good. You're not winning that at showdown. Either you are good and you're going to get bluffed, or you're not good. So that's like a bluff as well. Like you could easily turn like a deuce there into a, again, it would be really nice for Lococo here if he's going to fire big to have a club in his hand, but he doesn't need to.
He's counting out some chips. A lot of fumbling of the chips, by the way.
Yeah.
Does eventually fire out a bet of 5 million. You see a rare kind of grimace and flick of the wrist there from Ben Heath, almost as if to say, like, what are you doing, pal?
Let me give you a live read, Henry. Here's my read. I feel like if he's bluffing, he's less likely to spend all this time trying to get the exact amount of chips, right? Because you think, oh, I can't look. I feel like he's less likely to be bluffing. That's just my feel, based on what you were saying. Okay. I know it's supposed to not be that way, but that's the whole point.
So you feel like he's not bluffing?
I feel like he's not this time. Although they did make it a mystery hand, and we're talking about the Loco one, so that's like, immediately I feel dumb saying that, but...
Do you want to flip?
Sure. Yeah, whatever. $100.
Yeah.
I have he's not bluffing.
All right. You say not bluffing. I mean, it's Lococo, bro. What do you say? S muy loco?
Yeah, I'm going to go with he has, like, king-queen. And that's why he's, like, not sure exactly how much to bet. Like, you know, but... and he's kind of thinking about it. But, yeah.
What are we calling a bluff, by the way? It's like 8-9 with, like, the 9 of clubs a bluff. Because I feel like there are some hands that could be a bit close.
I mean, how about any worse hand than Ben's? And I get an 8 is like, how can he have an 8 here?
Okay, 8's a push, yeah?
8's a push.
Okay.
8's just wild. Like, I don't know how you have an 8 here. But yeah, let's call 8 a push.
He's now shaking. Did you see that close-up from the camera? Brian Rast is saying it's value. I'm going with bluff because it's my man Alejandro Lococo, and I know he's capable.
I'm just giving you $100. I feel like
running some wild ones, maybe.
I'm using some live read stuff on like the Loco one, you know. But and I have no idea. I mean, I don't have a. Usually, when you do reads, you need to peg them to behavior consistently because actually different people, the reads are always different. You know, you need a baseline. I have no baseline with Lococo, so really the read means nothing.
Heath is deep into the tank here. Understandably so, one of the biggest spots of his tournament career.
He has an okay bluff catcher because he has a club and he doesn't have a 9-10 or jack.
Yeah, in a weird way, you'd rather call 7s than like 9s, right?
Yeah, for 100%. Like his hand in some ways is almost like after calling turn, which is dicey, but reasonable. It's a pretty reasonable spot to call river.
Oh, he's made the call.
Queen,
and Lococo has trips. Heath down to 4 bigs.
Boom. Man, you got to put me in these. Look, do you like that? I even called that he had trip queens. Wasn't he blinds?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you definitely don't want to take this multi-way. And maybe, you know, Lococo does something crazy.
Es muy loco. He's not even sweating it. He's just like, you know, I got the best hand to crack aces with. Maybe that's why you 3-bet the aces, man, because you just know that Alejandro's going to 4-bet rip.
That's really bad.
It's probably going to be a tall order on that flop.
Oh, man. No spade in sight. No chop outs. Runner. Not going to happen this time round. Well, Talvitie's turn to take the chip lead.
This was 1.2 million, and first place was 12 million. I do actually think there was a main event final table that paid out 12 million. It was not this year's, but the year before, when they wanted to set the record. And I mean, so you're pretty much talking about like a payout situation very similar to a main event payout. Now, obviously, had a lot less players and a much larger buy-in, but here we are at the end of the tournament, and the final table payout looks a lot like a main event final table payout.
Sure does.
So it's a pretty good analogy, Ali.
And a pretty good 10-7 of clubs for Lococo. As he made a 2.4, Talvitie digs in with King-Jack, finds himself a flush draw on an 8-6-4 board, while Lococo has a double gutter, but no heart.
$1.8.
$1.8 million chip follow through, 2 overs in, the jack of hearts. Doubtful that Elias is going to be going anywhere.
No, and I expect him to call as opposed to anything else, especially not against Lococo with the chip lead.
The ice is so thin beneath our feet when we venture out into the wilderness that is playing versus Lococo. Top pair now for Talvitie on the turn.
massive card for Talvitie. One of the things I was wondering is, like, will Lococo be able to win this pot by bluffing? And very unlikely now. A blind versus blind situation. Talvitie has just turned top pair to the board. You know, Andy has a little heart backup, so doesn't seem like there's going to be many paths to Lococo winning this pot other than making his straight.
Well, he's going to have to do so in non-heart form, one would imagine, as he barrels once more, 3.6 now, on the heels of the 1-8.
I mean, now with Talvitie, this is a dicey spot if it's not a king. Like, imagine a queen or a deuce that's not a heart. Very dicey spot, but having hit the king, just a really comfortable call by Talvitie in position. Really no other option. Oh.
What on earth was just delivered from the heavens to Lococo? The 9 of spades to give him the nut straight. Oh my goodness.
And they only have about 2/3 pot to play. So it's a, yeah, all in is a bet that makes sense. I mean, you're beating everything but a flush.
My God, how much does Talvitie hate this? You've got the big stack with a reputation. He raised it, 3xing from the small pre. He gave you 1-8 on the flop, 3-6 on the turn, and now demands your entire stack for a showdown here on this river.
It's not too hard to come out with hands with bluffs in it. Any kind of ace high, queen high, especially with a heart. You know, even stuff like jack 7, ace 5. Yeah, it's call is pretty normal. And like I said, he was probably not going to win that pot unless he made the straight. I don't think a bluff was going to work once Talvitie hit the king. But a sick run out for Alejandro Lococo.
Talvitie instantly going to the phone, and I would imagine there aren't going to be happy reports. Listen, they've all got less than 20 bigs, and he's got 70. And on top of that, he's got jacks. Clicks. Who wants some? Dvoress with ducks.
This is an interesting spot. So Lococo should be min-raising a kind of polar range because he's going to be able to just open jam quite a bit. So this is obviously part of the good part. He should have some raise folds. Let's see if Dvoress, what he decides. Yeah, he's gonna take the chance.
No.
Yeah, he was hoping to get it through the raise fold part of the range, but that's not what happened.
So Dvoress with barbecue duck as it stands. Puesto por la parilla.
Ooh.
Set of jacks, and now
Really hard.
Dvoress is all but cooked, running deuces. The only savior. Instead, Lococo makes jacks full, and the short stack is vanquished as the Argentine wrecking ball helps himself to the remains of the Canadian, who found one ladder, but no further rungs.
Taking the big blind next hand. Yeah, I think aces, I'm going to take my chances. You're going to be at least a 3-1 favorite against anything, probably more.
So, Unlu finds Jack 5 and decides, now I can wait no longer, as Lococo made the demand from the button to 2 million, the extra 900 slathered, and now media, friends, family, all gather round the rail to see what's in store here. Queen 8-7. King high. Still best. 6 outs twice for Sinan. On the turn. He picks up the gut shot, straight draw. Jack,
Just one to come.
9-5. That's what it's going to take. And instead, the board pairs with a 7. And Lococo claims another pelt. Rob Young on hand. My thing's right.
I mean, it's an interesting idea. It feels like you then have to have a person who every hand is coming in and doing that kind of.
No, maybe we motorize it, man. You know what I mean? We got budget.
Good luck getting that custom table. Or I guess, yeah, maybe there's going to be the one custom
Put
table.
on a little RC car or something like that, you know?
Okay.
Those things can be twitchy, though. All of a sudden, you know, zzz, and it's a little too far, then you got to back it up, and then it gets weird.
Well, here we are, all in, and Ben Heath. It's a pretty big advantage.
Ace King against King Deuce. Lococo finds the deuce. 14.6 in the middle. This is an unbelievable feat that could be punctuated by this hand here if Heath can't find an ace. Can Heath pull a rabbit out of a hat and keep himself in this match? No! Well, I know it isn't Argentinian, but in the words of Pitbull, Rasty, dale.